Hey guys, Mike here with Discount Forklift, and right behind me is going to be your Toyota 6,500 pound capacity pneumatic forklift that's ran off of diesel fuel. That's why it doesn't have a tank or anything. You got some nice strobes back here as well as a safety light that actually reflects blue, so you can actually see where you're going if you're looking in the mirrors or looking behind and making sure that at least you're keeping your distance from hitting things, which is great. You've got some good treaded tires in the back as far as your steer tires, which grip pretty good, as well as the front drive tires here. Actually look really good. They actually function really great for grip. You have your lever system here. So the inside lever is going to control the mass to raise it up, lower it down. The second in the middle is going to be your tilt function forward or backward, and this will be your side shift. Usually a fourth level would indicate something like a fork positioner. A lot of forks to move in and out like this, but this isn't outfitted with it. It's just regular side shift. You have your light switch here, so for flipping on, you got some nice LEDs turn on, which is great. You have your ignition, obviously, with where the key is. You have your service sticker here, so we had an amazing tech actually make sure and went through your lift to make sure everything was good. Diesel components, you name it, which is great. As well as your master, which is going to be a 2-stage with a full free lift, which usually 3-stage lifts will have this. And all this allows is a safety painted forks to raise up past the mast first, instead of having these raise up before the forks. So I think that's always pretty cool. Now over here, got your horn. You have your throttle position here, so if I hit it forward, it's going to go forward. Neutral is going to make it stationary. Reverse is simply just going to make it go to the rear. You do have your emergency brake release underneath, basically where the throttle position is, right next to where you can adjust at least the your steering wheel, make it at least higher or lower. It's going to be right here. So usually when you do that, it'll indicate, it'll make an alarm. It'll at least let you know. What you can do is basically just push it in. It actually works pretty well. It's kind of stiff to do. It's better to do with your foot, obviously, and especially if you're having to use it. But these are pretty solid. This is one of the favorite Toyotas we actually end up having come in here, and we're sad to see it go, but we're happy that it's going to you guys. So I'm going to take it for a spin, show you guys what it does, all the features of this, show you the brakes, show you how it steers, all the fun stuff. Let's make sure we're buckled in. Starts up no problem as it should, which is great. Now when you turn it on, you're going to notice that the dash is actually going to light up here. It'll tell you the hours, it'll tell you your speed, it'll tell you pretty much everything that you need to know. It's straight, so you can just scroll through the options. I'm going to go ahead and just take this first spin. And that's what she does. Make sure this emergency brake is on. 2-stage is roughly going to get you about 10 feet, which is great. For those who don't need to go too high with it, it's definitely something good, especially with the kind of capacity this lift is. So here's your tilt function right here. One last thing is, usually they only come with 2 or actually just 1 of your data tags, which is usually right here. We also have one right here. So what the data tag is going to consist of is going to be your serial number, it's going to be your model number, it'll be your specifications as far as your capacity on your lift, especially putting this up to 10 feet. It's obviously going to derate the load that you're actually carrying on this, so meaning that it's going to actually decrease the load capacity all the way to the top. So this will tell you all that information. But Caleb, I'm glad you got this lift, bud. I'm glad I was the one who recommended this to you for your guys' business. So thank you for doing business with us so we can help your guys' business thrive too. Appreciate it.